Check it out, people. Zest for Life, aka Fresh Mark Scents. Today's scents are airy, fresh summer scents that are almost ethereal. So these are the fragrances that are not thick or dense in the air, not too masculine fragrances. These aren't fragrances that are going to project onto other people or really announce yourself as they're going through. They are not, these are mass appealing fragrances that are light, fresh, and not too offensive, let's say. So without further ado, let's talk about these airy, almost unisex fragrances. These are fragrances for the more gentlemanly, romantic type who doesn't want to force perfume but rather draw someone in with some light warmth, possibly some ambery notes, but I don't want to reveal too much. Without further ado, let's get into it. Airy, fresh, summer, ethereal scents for the gentlemanly man. First one is something zesty fresh. That is Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme. Now, this is the Eau de Toilette. This is the original. Well, there was quite a few Dolce Gabbanas, but the original light blue is the best. There is an Eau de Intense or the intense version. I find that the salty notes are a bit too much. However, this is realistically fresh with the sea mineral notes, a zesty top note of lemon zest, which is, it's a classic really. A lot of perfumes use lemon or sort of lemon zest. The last perfume that was successful with that is my favorite Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, the one with lemon zest, and that has a fantastic opening with mint. But this is a lot more natural and airy with aldehydes, zesty fresh lemon, sea minerals, a touch of sandalwood in the base to keep it soft but not too milky, more just the foam of the sea. This is the most realistic interpretation of seaside sea waves that I know. Dolce Gabbana, light blue, Eau de Toilette, pour homme. Check it out. Airy, fresh. I got this for about 35. Oh, actually, this is a 200 mil. Yeah, actually, I got this for about £35. So this was very good price. 35 to 55 actually for 200 mil. Always going to last you through summer. Very fresh, very airy, very welcoming, let's say. Reminds you of the sea. Breath of fresh air. A happy perfume. The next one is Hugo Reversed. Now, you may have heard of this one before if you've been watching Fresh Mark Scents, my other channel. This is a vetiver scent with white woods. It has a sour green freshness of vetiver, like grass, but slightly more sour and fresh. There is a note of white woods in here, which is birch. And then there's a touch of, yes, there is zesty lemon here, but the bergamot here shines a lot. It's the liminess of the bergamot. So this is lemon fresh, quite clearly, with the lemon zest. And this is a limey fresh bergamot going into a green, sour fresh, revitalizing, eye-opening, sense-opening vetiver. Really fresh vetiver with a touch of icy glacial freshness. A bit of sparkle in summer. Why not? This I'd recommend in the same aura as this. You could wear this formally if you wore this with a suit, but I'm going to do this in order of formality because we like to keep it fresh and casual most of the time. But there are levels to this, and you can be going somewhere that requires a little bit more formality, but still keep your relaxed edge by choosing one of these perfumes as appropriate in the formality scale. Next one, oh, by the way, this is £35, about £35 for 100 mils, quite medium price. But sometimes you can find this for 60. Don't buy it more than 60 or anything. That's quite a bit. You can find this at Savers for £40 actually. It's quite regularly at Savers for £40. For is this 100 mil? 125 mil, quite generous. Next one is Prada Iris de Cedar. Actually, it says Iris Cedar. So it's not Irish cedar, it's iris cedar, like the flower. This is a soft, well, how do I explain this? This is an orange blossom forward fragrance. So orange blossom is a very ethereal note. The reason why I pick these perfumes is because we do have very masculine perfumes that I've showcased, but I haven't really showcased the ones for the more romantic, or let's say feminine man, let's say, because without changing who you are, there's lots of fragrances that can accommodate all sorts of men. And I think that to be comfortable with who you are as a man, you should understand what's comfortable for you and be comfortable with that before you, um, well, let's say, make yourself feel uncomfortable in your own skin and say you don't identify with any version of man, because there are all sorts of men out there. And I think you should always find you can always find a perfume that would suit you no matter what your proclivity, let's say. All right. And I think this is a truly unisex fragrance that could be worn it could be worn by a woman, but it could be worn by a soft, or say, not soft, but gentleman, really a gentleman's perfume. Something that is inviting, it is formal, it is masculine in a prepared and preened and clean way. This is really for people who know what they're about and are confident walking with style, and well, people who have natural grace can understand the complexities of this perfume. I'm not trying to say I'm a very sophisticated person because I bought it. Sorry, that seems a bit showy. But the orange blossom in here mixed with the light note of benzoin gives and a slight cotton powdery note. It's a powdery note, but it smells like cotton. It smells like a freshly pressed iron shirt. Slight warmth and cotton vibes. And then there's a sort of the same linen cotton smell develops into a soft cloud, which is warm, clean white florals, and very soft and inviting. It's not too warm as to be stuffy in the summertime, but it does spread almost like a buttery, airy, let's say, plumage or spread around you. It definitely has a sort of airy, buttery plumage around it, which is quite enjoyable, quite preened up. And I think it's the perfect unisex fragrance for people who are right in the middle of the masculine scale, or leaning or more on the sort of feminine side or light side. I would say that this is perfect because it doesn't force yourself onto another person, but it invites them with a clean, prepared smell. It makes you feel well prepared and well done up, let's say. Next one is a very happy scent. I always recommend this for summer, Mansera Wild Python. I think that, well, out of all these perfumes, this is unabashedly happy. This is, the orange blossom in this is super powered with vetiver and bergamot, so very limey bergamot like this. Then we have some osmanthus, which is peachy like apricot. It's usually a very soft note, but because it's overpowered in wild python, like lots of things are in Mansera perfumes, this lasts for 9 hours, this bergamot. So if you want a bergamot perfume that's going to last for 9 hours, check out wild python. But do not blind buy it. Check it out in Harrods as a tester if you can. The orange blossom is quite heavy white floral. It does have tuberose too, so it's a double white floral. It smells like you have a tuberose ring of flowers around you, and then somebody blasted some orange blossom in your face, threw a bit of lime, bergamot lime at you. It's quite an assault of freshness in the beginning. It's a bit much, but it settles down to a very happy green, white floral, fresh and slightly sweet, warm perfume. So I think it has a slight tropical warmth. The airy white freshness of it is long lasting and perfect for summer. The warmth of this is not cloying, and I think it's just a perfect summer scent if you want a happy, casual summer scent. I don't recommend this wearing this formally, so I would put this sort of in the middle right here. But there's more fragrances, so let's bring out the next one. Tiffany and Co. Love for Him. This is a fantastic fragrance. I really enjoy the cardamom in this, the cardamom opening, the juniper that makes it tropically fresh, and the sandalwood that's creamy until the base. Let's spray this in a place I haven't been sprayed. So we open with juniper freshness, the green raspy freshness of juniper. Then the cardamom spiciness lends something a little bit rich and something that could be worn formally. You could actually wear this on a summer wedding, I'd say. You could wear a suit, and if you were, say, on the beach, I mean, this is some dream situation, but I mean, if I was to think about it, white suit on a beach, wedding, why not? This is very fresh. This is sort of beach summer fresh, but it's rich enough with the cardamom to make it be worn formally if you were to wear formal or very preened up preened up clothes in summer. I'm thinking more white clothes than Hawaii fresh. Hawaii fresh is more of a fruity affair, and this is more of a cardamom and fresh mint, let's say. But this doesn't have any mint. Versace Eros has mint. I always recommend this. Versace Eros. Fantastic on the beach, fantastic in the club at summertime, fantastic just walking outside. Everybody gravitates to the freshness of mint and tonka bean in the base. Mint on top, tonka bean in the base. Classic combination. Always goes down well. Versace Eros. But this is Tiffany and Co. Love for Him. And this is a fantastic summer scent. I mean, I can't fault this. This is for women that want to be sort of bikini fresh. This was right next to the Tiffany and Co. with Love for Her. It's a perfect complementary fragrance if you ever check it out in the Tiffany and Co. store. It's well worth every penny. It does actually come for a little bit expensive nowadays. £90 for, is that a 60? No. I bought the 90 mil, I believe. Yes, 90 mil. 90 mil for, here we go. 90 mil says at the top. So 90 mil for £90, which is quite expensive. But I got it for £40 for 90 mil at Notino. So check out the discounts on Notino for Tiffany and Co. Don't pay more than £60 for it. It's around about 60 on half discounts, but wait for the £40. Or just buy it for 60 and pay in 3. So that is the Summer Fresh, Beach Fresh. This is Beach Fresh 2. You can wear this on the beach, but this has slightly formal aspects. But this can be worn formally a little bit better than this. Then you get the Happy Fresh one, which is Wild Python by Mansura, which you could wear formally, but I wouldn't recommend it compared to this. And I'd recommend this over this formally because the lack of so many notes and happy notes means that you can be whitewood fresh and clean fresh. So this is more casual, and I think this is slightly more formal. And the most formal, to get this all in order and to complete the list, is Jaipur EDP. This reminds me of the warm glow of the sun with benzoin, uh, let's say cyan benzoin, which is like a little bit more syrupy caramel. They also have another benzoin note, which is separate. Um, there is jasmine in here, and it opens with honey and a little bit of mandarin and some green notes. So let's spray this now. That's all from memory. Yes, now we get the orange blossom. Okay, we get the orange blossom from the mid, the honey from the top, and that benzoin from the base, creating, wow, it's quite sweet in the beginning. It's like a honeysuckle and the warm glow of the sun. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. It's a very, the warmth sort of surrounds you. It plumes quite well. The projection, it creates quite a soft, warm, airy scent bubble, which is nice. Some people may find it too sweet for summer, but I enjoy the almost cardamom-like spiciness when mixed with the sunny notes over here of benzoin and orange blossom. Smells like So this honeysuckle note is amplified by the airy white note of jasmine, which is slightly powdery, but not too much to make it feminine. I feel that the warmth of summer is perfectly encapsulated in here. The sweetness, the creaminess of the woods and the sandalwood and the base, the cyan benzoin makes it almost like a sunset vibe. So the sunset as it's just setting, the sweetness of that last ray of sun. So all of these are fantastic in my opinion. This is the most formal. You could wear this with a suit or even to a picnic. But even the most formal one can be worn casually at a stretch, I'd say. Not too much of a stretch. I've worn this casually myself. But let me know in the comment section what you think about these airy, casual summer scents. You can wear them formally, you can wear them casually, but for the most part, they're casual. And I think the airy scents are necessary in the scent collection to show the better side of your soft masculinity. So there's other aspects of masculinity that need to be shown as well, like caring, loving, protecting, and the love of parenthood and things like that. These are all things that are amplified by nurturing our soft side. And in martial arts, we have both skills. We have hard skills and soft skills. And to have both makes us a more complete person. So these fragrances, they just reminded me of the softness of what it is to be a man, and really the importance of having both halves. And that's why I recommended these light, airy fragrances to you. I hope you enjoyed this whole video. And whatever you do, people, stay free and stay fresh. Which one am I going to pick for today? Well, I love a bit of richness. Who doesn't? Wow. Tiffany & Co. with Love for Him. And I got much love for my Fragrante Familia.